with Ernie ANASTOS and ROZ ABRAMS, Sam Champion with weather, and the Eyewitness News team. Now, Eyewitness News.
And good afternoon. I'm Ernie ANASTOS. Here's what's happening. When you dial 911 in desperate need of an ambulance, the last thing you want to find out is that the ambulance that could save your life will be late. Well, in the past few months, Eyewitness News has reported to you about delays in New York City's emergency medical service system. Costly delays and deadly delays. Today, more trouble. Ambulances that won't even have a chance to save your life because they are broken. And today, Mayor Koch is calling for a full-scale investigation. John Marler has details on the story for us.
EMS is under siege, labeled completely chaotic by City Council President Andrew Stein. He says EMS is letting New Yorkers die. His accusations come on the heels of a weekend report that on any given day, as many as half of the city's ambulances are not in operating condition. In recent months, 3 people have died after long waits for an ambulance. Stein called for the top brass at EMS to be fired. That prompted New York's Deputy Mayor Stanley BREZENOFF to call a private meeting at City Hall this morning. This afternoon, when he emerged with the EMS brass, he said no to firings.
There is nothing that I have seen that indicates that Dr. Kuehl and Jim Kerr are doing anything but a professional and sound job in running EMS.
So then what's the problem?
Now, at this point in time, we're responding to some 1,200 calls a day.
EMS Executive Director Jim Kerr began the agency's defense by pointing out the system is getting nearly 200 more calls a day than just 1 year ago. The hot weather is blamed for knocking so many of the 5-ton ambulances out of commission. The Department of Sanitation will now be instructed to help in the repair of ambulances, and suppliers of new ones will be asked to speed up delivery. EMS argues it's not a mismanaged system, but a system overworked. Here at the other end of City Hall, at the office of the City Council President, the answers are not satisfactory.
Don't they know that it's hot in the summertime? They had maintenance problems last summer. They could have planned for the maintenance problems this summer. It's unacceptable that 50% of the ambulances are out of service.
Stein calls for the immediate use of firefighters citywide to supplement EMS. The city so far will only commit to an upcoming pilot program in the South Bronx. At City Hall, John Marler, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
This is not the first time EMS has been under fire for its performance, and it's not the first time the Health and Hospitals Corporation has been under fire for the way EMS is run. But the problem of slow response has been going on for a long time. Back in 1980, a man collapsed on Amsterdam Avenue. Police said it took the ambulance more than 40 minutes to get there. The man died.
Keep on doing that. The help is on the way.
As the number of slow response deaths mounted, there were pledges of more ambulances, crews, and even the use of private ambulances to shorten the time that it took for help to arrive.
All right, keep on doing that. The ambulance is coming there, okay? One breath every 3 seconds.
Back in February of this year, Ishmael Sola died at the North Bronx Central Hospital after ambulance workers waiting in this deli for sandwiches said that they were off duty when the call came in. The crew members were later brought up on charges. 2 weeks ago, a woman in Far Rockaway, Queens died after waiting an hour for an ambulance. Last May, a 76-year-old Manhattan man who lived just minutes from a hospital died of a heart attack after waiting for an ambulance for nearly an hour. Even in her grief, Ruth Weeder is outraged that it took so long for help to get to her husband.
From 10:15 until 11:07, no ambulance.
An EMS spokesman said the delay was caused by an extremely heavy volume of calls. Another criticism of EMS is that they don't keep track of who dies and who survives once patients arrive at the hospital. So we may never know exactly how many people have died in the last several years as a result of a slow response time.